Welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Connects, where we connect with artists, creators, musicians, innovators, and most importantly, we connect with you. Today we're connecting with rising star and R&B artist who just released her debut album, Testament, Lordkez. Welcome.
Hey guys.
So your birth name, your ID name is Keziah Zoe Mayers. Kezia. Okay. Where did the inspiration for Lordkez come from?
So it was my Instagram name.
Okay.
And I just kept rolling with it. It was during the King Kylie era.
Oh,
You know, when Kylie Jenner was like super popular on Instagram and everyone was like following the wave of just like king, queen, blah, 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 blah. And then I just decided like I want to be a part of it, but not really. So I decided to do the Lord thing. During that time, I was also really like shy and introverted, and I guess like having a name that requires a lot of like respect also kind of like helped me kind of get more confident and stuff. So yeah, I just stuck with it because it's become something that's like part of me.
I love that.
Yeah.
You said that the album pays homage to your roots and sort of your religion. Why did you make that choice, and how much does the album pay tribute to where you come from, and sort of what religion were you paying homage to?
So it was Christianity, because I think I found my love for music in the church, and my religion was like a big part of my upbringing. And I just felt like for my debut album, I have to just be true to myself. And yeah, that's literally where it came from.
So then how did you incorporate that in the lyrics? Because we see it in like some of the visuals, but then in the lyrics, how did you sort of mix that but still ensure that it's popular and well received by people who aren't necessarily religious?
I guess like the names of the songs like Judas and Free Will, and it just has like Empty Temple. It's just like it has a lot of references to spiritual things. And I feel like that's something that's also so easy for me to tap into, because it's just like all that I think about sometimes.
And then when you what is your process when you come to making music? Where do you get inspiration for the lyrics and the beat and the sound? Where does that come from?
So it's kind of really sporadic. For every song, it's different. Sometimes I hear the beat and I'm just fall in love with the beat, and then I just write around that. Other times I have something written already and I just make it into a song. Other times it's just like, I feel like it's never one specific thing. It's always just like whatever feels best. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you rap on some of the songs like Testament and Thrall and got a bit of a... Did you do that intentionally, and what sort of emotion? Because some people say rap usually comes from a really emotive place of like anger or something. So what emotion comes out of you when you're rapping, would you say?
I think I only rap when I'm like super pissed off. Or if I'm like really feeling myself and I just want to talk my shit. Other times it's when I'm like really, really sad. I just need to do something. But sometimes it's also really difficult for me to like tap into that thing. Like I can't just like, okay, I'm gonna rap right now. It's something that just needs to come to me at the right, yeah.
I love that. What's your favorite lyric on the album? Like your favorite lyric, favorite song?
Testament, the last song.
Yeah.
And my favorite lyric is I Get Blessings in Abundance, because it's just like a positive affirmation. And I've always wanted to do that. I wanted to put like a strong, powerful affirmation in one of my songs, and then I did it, and I'm just so happy. So definitely that one, because it's just like you affirm that and you put it out there, so it's good.
At the beginning of Eternity, there's somebody who sounds very emotional. She's crying. Can you tell us a little bit about that decision to include that, who it is?
So that voice is my auntie, my godmother, my mom's sister. And she passed away like 2 years ago because of COVID. And the little piece that she sang, she said at my 21st birthday. And I took a video and I was just like, And I kept it, I extracted the sound from the video and I kept it in a folder of a different song because I was going to use it for a different song. Because I knew that I need to use this somehow because I need to immortalize her as well. So whenever I feel like, oh, I like having a bad day, I can just go and listen to that and, you know, get a little bit of like audio hug, you know. And in the beginning it was like super difficult for me to listen to that. Like I didn't listen to it for like maybe like, and I never touched that song. And then when it was time to like do the album, like I said, okay, gotta do it. And yeah, sometimes I still get a little bit of a knot in my throat when I hear it because what she's saying is so beautiful. She says the kind of love you taught me is unconditional, and I was just like, that's beautiful. And I wish that everybody could experience that. And now they can. Yeah.
How did your other collaborations come into like life? You worked with Chipana, you worked with Bass, you know, a few people. Did you go up to them, or did the song just feel like this needs this certain person?
I think I knew that Shekinah needed to be on the album because it's something that I wanted from the beginning.
Yeah.
Also Mars Baby, like it needed to happen. And I feel like sometimes when you hear a song, it needs something else. And I think that's what I felt on Free Will with Tyler. And the one with Bus is actually crazy because that was his song.
Really?
Yeah, he was in the studio and I was in the studio and there was just a whole bunch of people in the studio. And he was playing some of his songs and then I heard that and I was just like, that is crazy. And then it was just like, yeah, no, it's yours.
You're performing at Rocking the Daisies later this year. What can people expect from your performance? It's going to be a lot of dancing. Are you going to bring elements of like the album's cover to the performance? What can we expect? Sneak peek.
I definitely want to curate an experience above everything. I don't just want to be up there and sing the songs. Like I want to just take it to another level. And yeah, I don't want to give too much away because what if it like doesn't happen and then I'm just feel like,
yeah,
you know. But yeah, I've been working on my like live performances to get to a point where it's just like really good. And I think that by then it'll be amazing, even more amazing. And yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who's sort of trying to come up in the music industry in the country and is sort of struggling to just know where to put their feelers out in terms of management, in terms of getting their EP out there?
Something that I also live by is staying true to yourself. So what people say doesn't really matter. What you feel matters the most. Also surround yourself with people who have the same vision that you do. That's a little piece of advice that I can give.
What is the ultimate goal? Like for Lordkez, is it a tour? Is it a festival? Is it 12 albums? What is Mama, I made it?
I think touring the world. I don't really have specific accolades in my mind that I want to reach. It'll be amazing when I do reach them. But definitely just like traveling, experimenting with new sounds, just being happy, just being amazing, just having a good time. Also, please stream my debut album. It's called Testament and it's on all streaming platforms. And yeah, that's about it. Tell me what you think.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Bubblegum Connects. We'll see you next time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video with everyone you know.